Okay, today I'm going to show you how to make a hair bow that looks either like this, that one, or that one. And what you will need is ribbon, and today I'm using the black ochre ribbon, the sheer pink ochre ribbon, and then this metallic-y galena ribbon. And what you will need to start out with is you're going to use your thickest layer, and you're going to need this to be 12 inches long, and you're going to need 2 of them. And then your second layer will need to be, your second smallest width will need to be 9 inches long. And then your third layer will be 6 inches long, and it'll look like that. To start out, you're going to take your biggest width, you're going to put it like this, you're going to take the top end, and you're going to fold it down. And it doesn't really matter which way this loop goes, if it's like this, or like this. So, and then you're going to take, like that, you're going to take the bottom one, and kind of curve it around. So you got this little tail, that's what it looks like from this way. And then you're going to take your needle and string, and you're just going to sew directly through the middle and just going in and out. And your tail length can be whatever you prefer. So I'm just going to start here in the back so that you're not hidden. And you're just going to go in and out. Straight through. And once you get all the way through, you're just going to take your string and you're going to pull it so it kind of gets like tug in the middle, so it bunches up. And you're going to take your string and you're going to wrap it around a couple times. And then you're going to take your needle and stick it directly through the center to secure it so it holds better. Just like that. And then you're going to take your other side, you're going to make 2 sides, you're going to do the same thing, and you're going to sew them together so that the diagonal, so that the tails line up in a diagonal, as you can see. So you're going to take this string is still attached to this side, and you're going to stick the needle directly through the center of your other side, if I can get it. Just like that. And then once that's done, you're going to take the string, wrap it around the center again. You kind of adjust it so they're side by side. And you wrap it around. Take your needle to the center one more time. And then you're going to put a knot in it. And this is just to secure it so it doesn't fall apart, because you don't want it to be like in your hair and then fall apart. That would not be very good at all. So once you got now you got your bottom layer, and now you can just cut your excess string off. And this is what your bottom layer will look like. And now you start, and you do the same thing to your second layer with your second width of string. You start from the top, you kind of wrap it around. It's not quite halfway, it's like a fourth of the way. Then you take your leftover, and wrap it up just like this. And then you have your tail. And then you kind of adjust it so both ends are even. Then you adjust your tail length so it's not like overly long, but to your liking. And then again, you'll just sew directly through the center. get it sewn all the way through. You're going to take your string again and just wrap it around the center so it bunches up. Just a couple times, you don't need to overly do it. Now you have the one side of your second layer done with this pink sheer ribbon. And then you have, once you have both sides done, you're going to line them up. You're going to stick the needle through it so they line up so that your diagonals, or your tails, are in a diagonal. So I'm just going to stick the needle through the center of this side. And then you're going to line them up, pull it together, and then you're going to go around the middle and through the center. Just like so, and then you're going to just adjust it. Just like that. And now I'm going to tie a knot to secure it. Like so. And that is the second layer to your bow. So now you have 2 layers done. And now for your third layer, I'm going to use this metallic string. And you're going to do the same thing. Start at the top, wrap it around, and then take the bottom to form your tail. Like so. And you're going to start to the center. And then just like before, you're just going to wrap it around through the center again. So now you have one side of your bow completed. And now once you finish your other side, you're going to line them up to the diagonals. So your tails are in a diagonal. So it's going to be like that. You see how your tails kind of go in a diagonal. And then you're just going to go to the center of that one. You're just going to pull it tight and you're going to wrap it around the center. Like so. And then stick the needle through the center again. These bows are at good quality, so that as much as I sew them, they're not going to fall apart, which is, you don't want that, especially if you're going to go on to selling them, or etc., whatever you plan to do with them. And now I'm going to put a knot to secure the string so that it doesn't come apart. Like so. And with this really thin ribbon, it's going to look kind of it's going to be kind of messy when you look at it with your eye, but when you put it all together, you can't really tell. Like in this one, it's not perfect, but it still looks good. So it doesn't have to be perfect. So in the end, it still looks really good. So now you have your 3 layers. And you're going to take your thickest layer, and this is going to be on the bottom. And then I'm going to need the hot glue gun. And what I do is I just put a dab of hot glue right in the center. Just put a dab right there. And then you're going to put this one directly on top of that one. Like so. So it's kind of layered. And then you're going to do the same with your third layer on top of your second layer. You're just going to put a dab of hot glue. You don't need very much. And you're just going to stick it on top. Like so. So now you have your triple layered bow that looks like so. And now you're probably wondering, how are you going to put it in your hair? Well, you're going to take this little alligator clip and you're going to put a piece of ribbon on the bottom half of your clip and you're just going to line it with glue. And you're just going to put that on the bottom half. And this helps for when you're attaching it to the bow so that when you put glue here, it doesn't go through and glue your clip shut. After you make a whole bunch of them, you kind of catch on the do's and don'ts. Like, when you first start, you don't realize how hot glue is. Like, they call it hot glue, but it is extremely hot if you touch it at the right time. And you're just going to wrap that around like so. And now to attach it to the back of your bow, I'm just going to put a line of hot glue right along there, and I'm going to stick it right there. Like so. So I have the hot glue, I'm just going to stick it in the back, and you're going to squeeze it. So now you have your little clip. And now you just have like these extra strings in the middle. And what you're going to do with that, to hide that, you're going to take a piece of your top ribbon and you're just going to kind of accent it. Now this varies in length depending on your bow. So I just kind of cut it, but you're just going to put it just like that so it accents. And I'm going to put a dab of hot glue right in the center. Glue this on. I'm just going to wrap it around. And I'm going to put it in the inside of my clip. And this just secures the clip a little more. Secures the clip on, and I'm just wrapping it around. Hot glue is very stringy. You learn that very quickly too. I'm going to lift the clip up, put a dab of hot glue on the inside, and wrap the two sides around. And there you have, and that's how you make a hair bow. So, you got your little clip, and it's just really cute. You just lay it in your hair. And any questions? Yes. I have not calculated it yet. Her question was, have I ever calculated how much it costs? And ribbon, it's all basically the same. It's like $1.48 for each kind, depending on your brand. Most of Ofre's bands is pretty cheap. It's like $1.48. And then the clips, they come like this, and they just, there's 7 clips in a pack, and these cost like $1 to $2 at Walmart. All my supplies are from Walmart. So I have not calculated it, but it's pretty cheap with your ribbon. It's like $1. It probably comes around to $5, but you can probably make several bows with each ribbon, because this ribbon is like 5.5 meters long. So depending on your ribbon, you can get ribbon up to like 13, 14 feet long, and it comes out to be pretty cheap. As much money as I've spent on making all these bows, I'm trying to sell them, and I got a couple sold, and I'm selling them for like $4 or $5, depending on how big they are. Like this one is to go for $5, and then like these would go for $3.50, $4. So yeah. Any other questions? All right, well that is how you make a hair bow.